I welcome you to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to teach you how you can do calculations using log method. I'm going to tell you very easy tricks to do the calculation very easily. When you do log calculation, you should remember few laws. The first law, you have a number A, you want to multiply this with b. If you want to do it in log method, what you do, take the log value of a and take the log value of b. And if you have a multiplication, just you add these two values. Rule number two, you want to divide a by b. What you have to do here? You have to take log value of a, log value of b. This division will become minus. The third most important law here, you have a number which has the power n. So if you want to simplify this, bring the power before it along with the sign. So when it is brought before, you will have n into. If you take the log value of number a, if you just multiply it, that's enough. Now let me just give you examples how you can employ this log table to do that calculation, to do the multiplication first. So let me take an example. You have a number A. You want to multiply it with the number B. I'm going to multiply these two numbers using log method. I'm going to explain that now. So in this one, what law I'm going to apply? So I'm going to do the multiplication. So in multiplication, the rule involved here, I have to take log value of A and the log value of b. Since I have multiplication, I should simply add. So let me show you how you can do it. Here, consider I have a number a. For this, I'm going to take a log. Let me consider the log a is x, and you have here b. If you take log value of b, you are getting number y. Then multiplication is there. So these two number you need to simply add. So after adding, you are getting the value z. So you have got the z. You need to find out the anti-log value for z. So this will give you the final answer. Got it? This is the step you should remember when you are about to multiply any two numbers. So let me go to the next one. You want to divide A by B. What rule I'm going to employ? You have A divided by B here. You have to take log value of A. This division becomes minus log B. So let us now again do the same. For this, I have to take a log value of A. Consider log value of A is x. You obtain log value of A to be x, and then you are going to take log value of b. Log value of b is your y, for example. Now here I have division, so you are going to subtract a minus b. So after this, I'm getting value z. So log a minus log b is your z. You have to take antilog for this to get the answer. Got it? Easy. The third one, consider you have a number a for which you have the power here. I want to solve this one using log method. How I can do it? Log a to the power n. So this n can be brought front. So n into log a. So let us now take the log value for a. Here I'm going to take log value of a. Let me get the answer as x. So log value of a is your x. So now what you need to do, you have what power? N is your power. So what you do is you are going to multiply n with the value of x. So consider when you multiply this two number, you get the value clear. You are going to take antilog form. That's it. So if you remember these three tricks, everything is going to be easy for you. Listen, now I'm going to explain very important thing. If you have more than one numbers to be multiplied, what you have to do? Consider I have a multiplied by b divided by c. If you have this case, what should I do now? Remember the formulas we learned. Log a into b. For this, what formula I used? Log a plus log b. Got it? Then if you have a number a and b, you want to divide it. What you do? Log a minus log b. The same concept I'm going to apply. Then here you have value a. For this, you are going to take log. So we are getting log a value. And then if you take log value for b, you are getting log value for b. Here you have multiplications. So we are going to add log a and the log b value. Listen, what I'm getting here is log numerator. Let me just simplify this. Okay. What you do is I have the term c. So if I take log value of term c, I'm getting log c. So now what you do is you just subtract it. Let me consider the log numerator value minus the log denominator value to be maybe, right? Let me take the answer I'm getting is c. I have to take the antilog for e. Then you will get the answer. Got it? Easy? So if I have a divided by b into c, what should I do? This process is same. So first, wherever you have more terms, you have to simplify it first. So here I have two terms in the denominator. So I'm going to take log value for it. Log b. If I take log value of b, I will be getting log b. If I take log value of c, I will be getting log c. Here these two numbers I have to multiply. So what should I do? I have to add it. Here, after adding it, consider I'm getting the answer. We have it as it's a long denominator. What term we have in the numerator? We have a. If I take log value for a, I'm getting like this. Often students get a confusion in this step. So you need to subtract numerator minus denominator. No matter whether you have small number or a big number, the numerator, you need to follow this step. Clear? So log a minus log denominator, you will get, say, an answer x. To get the final answer, I will take analog for this. Let me teach you the next example. You have two numbers a and b and c and d. What I have to do? Very simple. So what I do is I'm going to find first what is the numerator value or denominator value. It is up to you. I'm going to take log value of a. I'm getting log a value. Log value of b, I'm going to get log b value. So I'm going to add them. So after adding it, consider the addition value is log value for numerator. So now here I have the next term. I'm going to take log value for this log c value. Log c. I'm going to take log value for d. It is log d. I'm getting log denominator. Clear? What should I do is I have to take log numerator value minus log denominator value. The value I'm getting, consider that decimal. So to get final answer, I'm going to take antilog for e. I will be getting the answer. Good. The next and the last one. I have a number a multiplied by b divided by c into d. I have a power over here. I have a power over here. What should I now do? All the steps remain same. What are the steps remain same? So I have to write, I have to take log value of a. So log a, here b, log value of b. If I add it, I'm getting log value of numerator. Got it? I'm going to take log value for c. Let me consider the value c. Log value of d. Let me consider this value to log d. If I add it, I'm getting log value of denominator. Got it? So next step is, as you know, that you have log value for numerator, log value for denominator, I have to subtract. Consider the value I'm getting is e. To find out the root, what I need to do is log, apply the formula a to the power n. What you have to do? N to be brought here. N into log a. So what I can write, log a to the power 1 by n means this term is brought front. I'll have to write 1 by n into 1 by n into log a. So this is the log value, final value. I'm going to dividing it by n. Right. If I consider this f, take anti-log value for f, you'll get the answer. That's it. So if you know these methods, it will be very easy for you. So let me explain with an example. I'm going to solve the problem given in 2.7. The question, let me write. So here I have 6.626 into 10 power minus 34 into 3 into 10 power 8 divided by 400 into 10 power minus 9. The answer you should get is 4.969 into 10 power minus 9. You simply write all the 10 powers to the right hand side. So after removing all the 10 powers, what you get is 6.626 into 3 divided by 400. So here in the numerator I have 10 power minus 34 into 10 power 8. So in the denominator I have 10 power minus 9. If it is brought to the numerator, minus sign will become plus sign. We will be getting this one. What I have to do? I have these two numbers, something like A into B divided by C. I'm going to apply the same rule here. I'm going to take log value for 6.626. Now look at the decimal place and then see that whether you need to move left side or right side. No, I don't need to move anywhere. So I'm writing 0 point. You have to see log table in 66th row. So here I have 66th row. Then the third digit is number 2. You have to go to the column number 2 here. I get the number as 8209. So here let me write 8209. To that, mean difference, fourth digit is 6. So that has to be seen under the column 6. Here I have 4. So I need to add 4 with this. If I am adding it, I will be getting 8213. So this is the answer. 8213 is the log value of 6.626. So the next term, what I have is 3. So know the decimal point. So I have the decimal point here. I don't have to move this decimal point either to the left or right. So 0 point. So you need to go to the 30th row under the first column. So here I have 30. Under 0 I need to see it is 4771. Here I am going to write 4771. Since I don't have any third digit, fourth digit, I don't have to bother about it. Clear? So now I have to multiply these two numbers. I have taken the log values. Now I need to simply add it. 3 plus 1, 4. 1 plus 7, 8. 2 plus 7, 9. 8 plus 4, 12. I get this number. What I have to do next? So here I have only one denominator value. 400 I have here. I have the decimal point between these two zeros. So I need to move this decimal point towards the left side, 2 places to the left side. So I'm going to write 2 point here. Now take the first 2 digit, see the value under 0. So 40 under 0. So go to the 40th row and then see the value under 0. So you get 6021. So here I have to write 6021. Now what should I do? I have to subtract it. 4 minus 1, 3. 8 minus 2, 6. 9 minus 0, 9. 2 minus 6, I cannot. So 0. Here I will be getting 12. Here I have to write 6. Here I have 0 minus 2, which is 2 bar. So here I need to write 2 bar. Now what I have to do next? So I need to take antilog for 2 bar point 6963. Whatever number I have before the decimal place, raise it to the 10 powers. That's it. So now I need to take antilog value, antilog table. Look in which row? 69th row. Go to antilog table. 0.69. I have gone. I have chosen it. The next thing, under 6. Under 6. It is 4966. 4966. Then plus. Under 3 I have to see. Under 3 I have to see. It is the value 3 here. When you add these two numbers, what you get is 4969. So you are getting answer is 4 point. Now remember, you have to keep the decimal point after the first non-zero digit. 4.969. So far what you have done, you have simplified this term. This term we have simplified. So still we need to simplify the 10 powers. We have plus 8 plus 9. So when you add plus 8 and plus 9, you get the answer plus 17. So here I have minus 34 plus 17. I will be getting minus 17. So I need to multiply with minus 17. So what I answer I will be getting minus minus. I'm going to get minus 2 minus 17. I'll be getting 10 power minus 19. So 4.969 into 10 power minus 19. That's the answer. Got it? Thanks for watching.